Hey guys, Insomniac666 here with another Paragon video, and this is a little bit more of a checking in video. I've sort of taken a little bit of a break from Paragon, mostly because of, I guess I would say just anticipation and, not wanting to invest myself into a game that really isn't, as far as game-wise, evolving, because they're holding off all of the major game improvements due to... Yep, got a kill there, which is very good in the beginning, and unfortunately my Grux friend got murdered there, but mostly due to the fact that the game isn't really evolving, and I'm still more or less relatively unsatisfied with the game, and and waiting for the new improvements, which they're not coming until Monolith comes, the new map that's supposed to be coming out, which is totally fine, but I don't feel like I'm going to be playing this game too much until that comes out. But fortunately, it should be out soon from what I understand. I don't remember the exact date, but that's okay. And we've got some other things coming down the works. I've been working on another little concept show to show you guys. It's not like my previous stuff. It's live action. You guys get to see my face and get to see sort of some. It's a little bit more opinionated than this, just because I'm talking about Paragon and stuff in these videos. But to me, Paragon right now, they're being in the trenches of it, being in like the actual game of it all is, I think, great. I don't think they need to touch any of that. How the people interact with each other, how the fighting goes, how characters are balanced, because it seems like all characters are at least viable. Some might be considered OP, but for the most part, they're still all viable players that if you're good enough with them, you can usually pull off some decent things during the match if you're good enough. Obviously, if the other person's better, then you're in trouble, but you can still get away with a lot of things. And I think that's great, but unfortunately this game it's just too long of a game. It's too short, not long enough. I mean, it is too long to hold my attention for that long, which, not to say that I have ADD, but I mean, kind of do, but it's hard to have something to hold your attention for an hour, to be intensely playing a game for an hour, where their mission statement since the very beginning has always been like, oh, we want these games to last half an hour to 45 minutes. It's just, they're way off. But I think they kind of more or less just gave up on fixing this map and just decided, well, we're just not going to fix it. We're just going to go after. And a good tower push right there. I was able to take out one of their towers and escape the Bellica from being able to get me. But they just decided to wait for Monolith to fix a lot of these issues, and I think they will, because I think the map is smaller, the travel time distances are shorter. They'll probably play with a lot of things like death timers and powers, and I think some characters who have those universal map present abilities like Muriel or Kalari will probably be less. I don't think they'll be completely nerfed, but I think their other powers will be lessened for the fact that their ultimates will be so useful in those situations. But I think that it'll be a much better game, hopefully. I think they know what they're doing. I don't think they're dumb. And I think that it'll be a better game for it, and I'm excited. But it's still just, right now, it's not really a worthwhile game for me to be continually playing, continually trying to get good. I got into gold, which I'm excited about, which is good for ELO. I'm no longer in just, whatever silver league, which shows that I at least have progressed. I've gotten better at the game, but it's still not, it's still frustrating on a lot of levels, because it's like be playing an hour-long game and then someone has to leave because it's taken them, the game has taken way longer than they anticipated. It happened to me personally. I couldn't stick around and I had to leave, and it's been happening in plenty of my games where someone has to then leave or someone just randomly disconnects, and it's not even because we're particularly losing or anything like that. It's probably just for some personal reason, and it's just the match length. And I really like the concept of crunch. I really do. But I'm not really that into playing a new character because it doesn't matter how cool a new character is, it's still going to be bringing back those same issues of, well, this character is still not going to be, giving me, it's not going to be shortening the game time at all or anything like that. So, it's just not, once again, it's not a worthwhile thing for me. And right here we get a good push going. Push, push, push. I'm able to push the wave while and I get a kill there with my ultimate. People really underestimate how powerful Howlitzer's ultimate is. It is probably one of the best ultimates in the game if it lands, and it's relatively easy to dodge as far as a lot of things go. It's a pretty easy to dodge thing. But when it hits for a lot of damage, especially if you spec it in enough damage points and they don't have enough energy, armor, or health. And right here I do just that to push away the character and my enemy who's trying to stop me from pushing on that tower and help me clear that wave. It's just a great wave clear. It allows you to kind of almost jump over a wave almost, because you can just totally clear them out so quickly, and then you get so much of a benefit, and then if you spec in cooldown enough you can get right back at it. So it can be sort of a regular thing used to just push people back, to push the waves forward, to really get great map presence and map really great way to get map dominance is through that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to be laying down the kills with Howlitzer just because of the way he plays. He's more of an AoE guy. Like he's more about getting damage over on everyone rather than on a certain person or a certain thing or something like that. But doing pretty well, 3-0. Actually, I'd be satisfied in this match if I was 0-3, because that's just the whole point of he is almost in a lot of ways sort of a support character, in the sense that he just helps push the lane so well that in of itself is a supporting way. He isn't exactly what you'd call... Oh, and then right here we get totally 4v2'd. Totally taken out. That Greystone, I think, got a little too tower dive happy there. But that's okay. It's still definitely... They've only taken out one of our towers, so we're still super into this game. It's probably going to win. But I guess I'll talk about what I'm going to be doing next. I've been doing some vlogging type things, some sort of opinion type things, giving my opinions, a little bit of jokey jokes. It'll be interesting to see how it sort of reacts. It's definitely different from just gameplay talks like this, but I think it'll be fun. It's sort of about a zany concept, so I think that'll be cool. And hopefully I'll get to do more, and hopefully that'll be maybe more of my main thing than this, because this is, as far as things go, this is a pretty low maintenance thing doing these, because it's pretty much just take the footage that I captured on my PS4, throw it in, and talk over it while it's sped up. It's pretty easy job. I haven't been doing it too much just because of what's been going on with the game, and been relatively busy with the job and this other stuff I've been working on. But hopefully I'll get more of you guys to be subscribers and get to enjoy the community a little bit more. And right there, my teammates push up on that inhibitor and able to take out the inhibitor. And they're just not really making good moves. I think they're trying to undercut our forces a little bit, but it's not really working out for them in a good way, because then we're able to come in and get a kill on them, and right there they just decide to give it up. So thanks for watching. See ya.